All right, if you're just getting started in your career, you are right at the point where you'll be making some of the biggest financial decisions of your life. But here's a question. What if the normal way everyone seems to be doing things is actually a trap? In this explainer, we're going to expose two of the most common, almost invisible ways your financial future gets quietly drained away. In this quote, man, it just hits the nail on the head. See, the financial habits that keep most people from ever building wealth, they feel completely normal. Why? Because it's what everyone around you is doing. But the wealthy, they play by a totally different set of rules. And today, we're going to pull back the curtain on them. So let's dive into trap number one. This is probably the most common one you'll ever see. And honestly, it's brilliantly designed to make incredibly expensive things feel totally harmlessly affordable. This mindset is like financial quicksand. Just think about it for a second. That new phone, that car, that fancy couch. When the salesperson asks, can you afford the monthly payment? That is a trick question. What you're really agreeing to is to rent your own life, one item at a time, without ever building any real ownership. And this right here, this is the fundamental shift. Moving your brain from the question on the left to the question on the right is the first huge step away from being a consumer and toward being a wealth builder. It's about choosing to actually own your life, not just finance it month by month. Okay, on to the second trap. And this one's a little sneaky because it kind of feels like you're being smart with your money. It's what we're calling the value illusion, and it preys on that very logical desire we all have to find a good deal. You know, the source material uses a perfect analogy for this. You can buy a cheap pair of shoes that completely falls apart in 6 months, or you can buy a quality pair that lasts 5 years. You feel smart saving that money up front, but in the long run, you end up spending way more replacing that cheap item over and over and over. You're not actually buying value, you're just buying a price tag. And here's that exact difference in action. The mindset on the left is all about how little can I get away with paying today? It's totally focused on that immediate lowest cost. But the one on the right, it's asking about the long-term investment. It's about choosing something that's durable over something that's disposable, which ironically is almost always the cheaper option when you look at the big picture. Okay, theory's great, but let's make this real. We're going to apply both of these traps to one of the biggest purchases a young professional makes, buying a car. We're often told that a new car is a sign you've made it. But as our source points out, an expensive new car is really just a depreciating asset. It starts losing value the second you drive it off the lot. It's a status symbol that's secretly the ultimate monthly payment trap. So let's actually look at the numbers. Wow. I mean, the 5-year difference in the total cost is just staggering, isn't it? It is not even close. One of these choices actively destroys your wealth by draining thousands of dollars into something that's worth less every single day. The other choice preserves your money, freeing it up for your actual goals. And here is the brutal breakdown. The real story is that bottom line, the net cost. With the new car, you don't just pay $30,000 in monthly payments, you also lose another $20,000 as the car's value plummets. That's a total hole in your pocket of $50,000. Meanwhile, the reliable used car, which you bought outright, only cost you the $4,000 it lost in value. That right there is the monthly payment trap in raw mathematical action. Look, just understanding these traps is a huge first step. But escaping them for good? Well, that requires a fundamental shift in how you see money and what you really want it to do for you. I absolutely love this quote from our source because it just reveals the secret so clearly. Wealth isn't built by earning more just so you can spend more. It's built by being intentional. It means less mindless spending to chase status, less buying things to make yourself feel better, and making sure that every single dollar you have has a specific purpose. This right here, this is the roadmap. It's a conscious decision to stop renting your life and to start owning it. It's choosing quality that lasts over a cheap price that fades. It's seeing money not just as something to spend, but as a tool to acquire assets that actually grow. And ultimately, it's about valuing your financial freedom way more than you value flexing with liabilities. So now you know the rules of the game. You can see the traps that were once invisible. And let me tell you, that awareness is a superpower. The only question left is, what are you going to do with it? Take a real look at your own finances. Which one of these traps will you start breaking today?